Awesome job out there, Simone. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I don't think any of it has sunk in yet, but it just was like one event to the next, and I had to run back and warm up floor, so I just, everything happened so quickly.
Yeah, how was that going straight from beam over to floor?
It was pretty laid back just because floor isn't that hard for me to warm up quickly, but other than that, to just switch gears that quickly, we're trained to do it, so it was okay.
You absolutely nailed that beam routine. How'd that feel? You were talking about just wanting to nail a beam routine like that. How was that?
It felt amazing, and then I was also like, I haven't stuck a dismount while I've been here either, and then I stuck it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just did it. So it feels amazing to redeem myself after all-around finals on beam.
And have you been sticking your dismounts in practice? Was that kind of like finally you did it like you did in the gym?
Yes, some of the practice ones I've stuck, so it felt good to hit a competition one stuck.
So you said it hasn't sunken in yet, all of this that has happened. Do you think it ever will, or?
I don't know, hopefully it will. But other than that, it's just like normal stuff, I guess.
How do you think you're going to celebrate?
Well, we have the banquet tonight, and then, I don't know, we fly home tomorrow morning, so I'm pretty excited about that.
And where will your focus go now? Like, will you take a little bit of time off? You said you kind of feel like you need a little bit of a break, maybe mentally, physically. It's been a really long world.
Well, Marta said we should take a week off a little bit, but still exercise, not so much do gymnastics, maybe just go in the gym and play. But other than that, I'm going to just focus on next year, and then hopefully if we have any new skills that we want to put in, do that. But other than that, just relax a little bit.
And what's the status of your Chang? You've obviously been working that a lot, and you have it, but what's the status on that?
It just wasn't ready to put out on not on a competition surface, but it wasn't that consistent, and it was just like, if you can do a half and still be stick a half, it's okay. So that's why we decided not to do it.
And overall, you're just so successful at this Worlds. How are you feeling? What was the highlight for you?
The highlight was actually beam tonight, because I just felt amazing, and it just felt so good. I always I don't know, if you asked me 3 years ago, I would have been 2-time beam champion. I would have never believed you. So to just go out and do what I did, I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
She'll be back down after the awards ceremony.
Wait till she gets back. You getting a day off or what?
Well, yeah, finally, because it's all over, so we have to have the day off. But
you looked when you were introduced, I think, for the beam final, you sort of looked kind of over it. Respectfully.
Yes.
How were you able to sort of summon because you were, obviously really crisp on beam, and your floor was your floor. How did you sort of summon that?
It was hard to kind of motivate myself for today, but I was like, okay, it's just you're so close to the end, and you just want to be done, but you're not done yet, and you have to keep pushing, and it's just give it your all, because it's the last 2 events.
Which one of the 2 today, which one were you more pleased with, I guess?
Beam. Just because I think I redeemed myself from all-around finals and what I've done this week, and just for it to for me to go out there and finally hit it so well, it's just it's an amazing feeling, and I'm starting to like beam.
Is that the beam routine that you've been talking about, that you've been doing in practice?
Yes, it is.
Had you come close to hitting it like that in practice?
Yeah, I hit it like that in practice, because I just don't think about it as much, and then whenever I get out here, I kind of overthink some things, and so to just go out there and just be like, okay, Simone, just breathe, you can do this, it was just good.
We've been building and building and building, and really the next major international competition is the Olympics. We're not talking about 2 years or 3 years or whatever. This is it. Are you almost sort of relieved to you'll get to decompress, I guess, for a couple of days, and then, but are you ready to kind of train your sights on that?
Yes, most definitely, just because I've been to 3 Worlds now, and so I think I'm mentally prepared, and then hopefully it'll just come along and everything will fall into place.
10 gold medals.
Yes.
World record for world gold medals.
Yeah.
Does that sink in yet?
I don't think it's sunk in yet, but I know what I've achieved, and what I've achieved is pretty unbelievable, and I'm proud of myself and the team that I have surrounding me to help me do that. And so I just think it's such an honor. Every time I go out there, I'm just so excited to compete for the U.S. and it's just it's an amazing feeling.
Can you imagine that 40 years from now there's going to be some little girl who's probably going to be trying to match
Oh yeah,
you?
I can't even imagine, but it's probably going to happen. Somebody's going to have to break it, because they say history repeats itself, so I think there's someone out there that can do it.
Do you put them somewhere? I know you've got probably about a garage full of trophies at this point, but do these world ones have a different spot than some of the others?
Yes, they do. They go in a safe. My mom, I haven't even seen the ones from last year, and since last year I got them.
Is that by design, or are they displayed, or is it thrown in an envelope?
No. They go in the case, and my mom takes them from me, and she puts them in the safe, and I don't know the combination.
You don't know the combination?
No, not at all.
So you couldn't even like go and open it up and just take a look at it? What would happen if you said, hey mom, can I go look at my medals?
She would say probably no.
How come?
I don't know. She probably thinks I'm going to take it to my room.
And can you tell me about your floor routine? What gave you the motivation after the Rio final?
Just because I knew it was the last floor routine of the year and I wanted to end it with a bang, and I'll get a new floor routine after this, so just go out there and have fun with it. And it's just like my last one, so you just got to be happy.
You'll go into Rio, obviously, as the favorite. There's going to be a lot of attention on you. How do you think that you'll be able to deal with that, and are you looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to it just because the more supporters, the better, and it just makes you feel better. But I think I've done a pretty good job at masking it over the years, so I don't think it should be anything that I should have to worry about or deal about.
Morta talked about, she knows she's pushed you guys, but she says it's going to be maybe even harder the next 9 months. But do you feel, you're 18 years old and you're pretty good at this now. Do you feel like you're in a good spot? I'm not going to say you're going to stand up there and demand go on strike, but but do you feel you have a pretty good hold of, discipline in terms of being able to sort of, you don't necessarily need her everything all the time, that you sort of...
Well, I think some of us girls know what we need, and when we need a little bit push or a little bit of break, but if we don't get that break, like we're describing we're going to go on strike, it just gives us that extra push and that we can just deal with anything, and it's just like, whatever happens, happens.
Do you feel like the pressure, Amy mentioned that, maybe there was a little bit on, or you mentioned it during the all-around final, was that off today? Or did you feel
Yeah, it was a little bit off today. Yes, I did want to be world champion again, just because I need to have faith in myself, and if you would have asked me 3 years ago I would have done it, I would have looked at you like, yeah, you're crazy. But then knowing that I've accomplished it again, it just makes me feel better about myself and about my beam work.
One more question and then she's got to go.
What are you going to do on your break?
Well, I just got a new gym. We just got a new gym, so I'll probably go in and play and then not really do anything for a week.
Yeah, I was going to say, she said she's recommended.
Yeah, for a week. A week.
Better enjoy it, 'cause that's the last one.
Yes, thank you.